All right, we're back for episode 31 of the Minecraft Anew series. Last time I started doing some sorting storage with a copper golem. So I'm going to show you the results of that. Spent a little bit of time just trying to organize a few things, just getting things out of those starter chests. And then I was thinking we would head to the end and collect some dragon's breath, and that'll give us the you need a mint advancement. And while we're doing things with potions, I was thinking we'd go ahead and brew up some potions, have those ready for the Nether and for some underwater exploration, and maybe some Swiftness potion to help us run quicker until we get something to help us get faster, going through the Nether for the Nether hub. So let's get into the game and see what we have going on. Okay, so yeah, the one that I'm going for is the collect the dragon's breath in a glass bottle. So we need to make some bottles while we're here at the base. And we'll go ahead and brew some potions, have those available for going into the Nether. I would like to go back to the Nether and do the return to sender for the ghast. I haven't had any luck with that one yet, but we might go back and give that one another try while we're traveling around in the Nether to get to the end portal. All right. So, what do we have here? We have our copper golem. He's over here, ready to do some sorting. Nothing in his chest. Well, let's see if I can jump up there. This is our chest to put things into his chest, and then he should sort things into these 9. And if he doesn't find a spot, it should go in here. That's the way I think it works. Okay, so I need to label these, but I need more leather to make some signs. So this one is our blackstone, our basalt, netherrack, tuff, and magma blocks, and kind of our nether kind of stones. This one's going to be andesite, diorite, granite, and then some cobble deep slate, because we're going to end up collecting a lot of that, and just random blocks that we're going to get as we're encountering things. I do want to go back to that sulfur area that we found when we were revealing the map. So we will have to plan another expedition out that way and kind of dig deeper, and maybe we can find some more interesting stuff in that biome. Okay, and then we got our sand, gravel, dirt, and cobble, and go ahead and do some glass in there. Which I do need to grab some glass. I don't want to take everything out because then it makes it to where you can't store it, but we can do something like that so there's a placeholder. Here we have all of our valuables, all of our emeralds, diamond, gold, iron, copper, lapis, glowstone, coal, and redstone, which I did realize I do have some blocks of coal, so I'm not completely out of coal like I thought I was. And we do have our first wither skeleton skull that's already collected. Here, I've kind of used the cobwebs as placeholders, but this is, dyes and mob drop kind of things. So I've got a few leather, but we're going to have to collect a lot more leather to make the signs to put up here to kind of show what's in each of these chests. This is kind of random and crafted types of items. I use glass panes just to kind of fill in the gaps there. And then this is our meats, kind of, eggs, our protein kind of things here. And then this is just plants, just different types of plants that we're finding. And then this is our foods, our vegetable kind of foods, and milk. So I think that's just a decent way to go ahead and get some storage started. And then this is kind of our, single items, the ones that don't stack, those types of items that it would just pass through and end up in that chest anyway. So just to get a few things started. Don't have anything for him to sort just yet, but we will work on that. We still have some items here. This is kind of our archaeology items. We did have some pillagers that attacked the village. Iron golems took care of that. We didn't have to do anything, but I picked these up off the ground. I got some armor and saddle types of things, a little bit of enchanting gear. And then here, this is more enchanting or just extra random items. Let's go ahead and check our bed there. We're good. I'm going to go grab a few more bottles. I think I've still got more glass in here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab some of that. And since it's kind of rainy outside, let's go inside and craft. go ahead and go up to our brewing area. Seems a little bit more appropriate to come up here to make bottles. We do have a little bit of glass already, a few bottles. Let's go ahead and just... It's hard to hit the diagonal just right. Alright, we'll do that. Okay. I'd kind of like a full stack. Yeah, that's about as close as we can get to a full stack. And we'll save the rest of those for later. Alright, we'll take those bottles with us and we'll get some dragon's breath. I said I was going to do a little bit of getting some brewing going here. Let's go ahead and make a few more bottles for some brewing. Okay, so we're going to need some nether warts. And actually I need some sugar cane. I was going to make some swiftness potions. That was the main one I was wanting. Fire, underwater, and swiftness. I think those are the three. Oh yeah, all of these are empty now. So I think it's just habit coming in here checking for things. I have to go downstairs to get my items now. Alright, let's go down here. And as much as I would like to go, you know, attack the Ender Dragon, I don't think I'm quite ready for that yet. I think I'd rather take my time and go ahead and get geared up, have fun with it. I've had some good comments about people that have played and not attacked the Ender Dragon yet. Found that very interesting. Yeah, I don't know that I don't know. I've played several games where I've done a lot with the Ender Dragons. If I ever get my PlayStation 5 world, yeah, I can show you. I've got lots of Ender Dragon skulls around just as decorations because I was trying to open up all the different, all the islands in the end. So I was trying to get all those portals open. So went through the process to kill the Ender Dragon a few times in that game. So, but yeah, what I was going to do is make some sugar. We need that so we can make some potions here. Okay, yeah, I didn't have any bottles in there just yet. Let's see, we'll go ahead and we'll do that. We'll brew 9 potions while we're here. Okay. Let's put those in here. And we'll start with making an awkward potion with the nether wart. While that's processing, I know I'm going to want some redstone dust. And let's see, we'll go ahead and do a puffer fish and a magma cream. And we'll do 1 swiftness. Okay, so we have our awkward potion. Since I haven't done this one yet, let's go ahead and do our sugar. Let's see the swiftness potion. It's always fun just watching it brew. It's a little bit different when it's in a video and people are watching, but yeah. I do a lot of this when it's just, you know, single player, no one watching kind of gameplay. Just something about brewing potions. Alright, so we're adding the redstone and that'll change it from a 3-minute speed to an 8-minute speed. Yeah, if you're going to do brewing, make sure you're doing 3 to get the maximum benefit from the ingredients that you're putting in there. And then always use that redstone to make it last longer. Or use your, here, let's move these over. Or you can use a glowstone to make them stronger. I typically do longer duration instead of trying to make things stronger. And that may just be me though. I don't know what other people do when they're playing. Yeah, leave me comments. I'm really curious. Do you make your potions stronger or do you make them last longer? Alright, so let's make some magma cream in there. Go ahead and make some fire resistance. Actually, I want to watch that sunset real quick while that's brewing. This is a nice view out of our little house here. Oh, that's done. Get a little closer. There we go. Okay, so it's at 3 minutes, so we'll add a redstone in there. There we go. Yep, it's doing its thing. All right. Sun's almost down. I'm gonna have to go out there and visit the little water. I don't know, is that a archaeological site, or I'm not sure what that one is. There's so many different things in the ocean nowadays. Yeah, pretty sunset. Okay, got 3. Add our water. Add our nether wart. And we'll go with puffer fish this time. Now you can set up hoppers to kind of automate this process, which I'm sure I will do at some point. But right now it's just kind of fun to do it this way. There we go, got the puffer fish going. Now eventually I'll have shulker chests, and I will have a shulker chest devoted to having all the potions in my ender chest that I'll carry, and I'll have a silk touch pick that I use to pick up the ender chest. So that was before the bundles, but it was just an efficient way of having as much inventory space as possible. And it was fun to go fight the shulkers and get all the pieces to make the chest too. So, all right, so we're gonna make this one last 8 minutes. We can go ahead and put this away. I think I'll go ahead and just save all that there, and we'll get some more. Well, actually, there's a few bottles there. Let's go ahead and make that a full stack. All right, so now we got 3. And we'll put those there. Okay, so I'm thinking you can't put those into bundles, so there's not really a good way to store those, but we can put them in the inner chest. I'm not sure if we have another... I know we have an ender chest at each of our bases. But I'm not at the point where I'm taking one with me. Do I have any Eyes of Ender? I do. Do I have any... do I have any obsidian? I'm not sure if I do. Where'd I put the obsidian? Okay, I've only got 3 obsidian, so I don't have enough for a chest. Oh, that's another thing I need to set up is a lava farm. I want to set that up with some dripstone soon. And I'd like to try doing the sulfur spikes. I want to see if I can grow sulfur spikes the same way that you grow things with the pointed dripstone. Just, having it drip water and see if it extends. It'll take a long time, but it's something that if I was doing 6 at a time, then, it might be worth it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, since I don't have enough obsidian yet, we'll hold off on making another ender chest. And since I've got the bubble vader, I might as well use it. Alright, let's go ahead and sleep. I'm not sure the last time we had phantoms. So let's go ahead and get some rest. Yeah, I like that sound, the little pop, because we have the bees right outside. Yeah, let's go ahead and check our bees here. Do we need honey? Well, let's go ahead and do shears this time. We'll make more glass bottles later. And I want to set up a way to have those not fly off the way they are now. There's other ways of doing them so it collects it You can do shears and bottles. I think it's inside of a dropper, and it'll give you the chance to just immediately, it collects it. Or we may have to do hoppers. I'm not sure. I don't have a hoe on me, so I can't repair the one that I accidentally stepped on there. Oh, and I was noticing this one. I want to try again to grow some cactus. Seems like our cactus is really wanting to grow a flower when we put it here. But the last time we had a flower from the cactus, I accidentally tried to put it into the pot there, and that's not a thing. So it just kind of went poof. I think you can put a pot in there, and then you can put a flower into that, but the cactus flower is not one of those flowers that you can do that with. So here we go. Well, saying that, I have to find a good flower to put in there. We've also got the flower that we collected. I'm kind of curious with that. Be in here. We do have the pale oak that I collected when we found that really tiny pale garden. We could go back and try to do something with that. We do have the warp fungus, so we could try to get the strider at some point. What's the one that I was looking for? Oh, the spore blossom. I was kind of just wanting to set this up just because it's cool. Yeah, I'll have to do something nice with that later, but yeah, just wanted to see that working. All right, so we need to put something else in that spot, so we'll just split the stacks there. Okay. I think I'm putting off going to the end. Yeah, we should go ahead and head out. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking these are for the nether, those are for the nether, those not so much. Let's go ahead and toss those in there, and we'll take these to the nether, and we'll put we'll set those up in each of the bases. All right. Nope. I'm gonna close the gate before I go through. Alright, and we did have a traveling merchant that was down here, but I think he ended up going through the portal and despawning. I think that's what happened to him. And we should be okay with that gate keeping anything else out. I don't know, we had a bee that went through one time. So it's not completely protected. I don't know, does anyone ever name their bees in their games? I was thinking of all the different things that I'm still looking for names. I'll try to do a review of that at the end of the episode. But I do appreciate everybody who has helped me name some of the animals in the game so far. Yeah, actually, let me go ahead and do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Let's go back here. Yeah, there were a couple suggestions from Treasure Shark, John Snow. So I was thinking that would be good for a snowy wolf. I have a pale wolf that's at my island base that I was thinking might be good, but I think I'm going to wait until I find a snowy wolf. That seems a better name. And then there was a black cat that I was going to tame at the bamboo village, but it was a Siamese cat when we went back. So I was thinking next time I find a black cat, Void would be a good name. So I'm going to take two of those suggestions. I just haven't found the right animal for those yet. And yeah, let's get back into the game. All right. And there we go. Okay, so we are heading to the end. And let's test this out. How much faster is that? Walking doesn't really feel that much faster. Sprinting? That feels pretty fast. I didn't notice hearing a gas when we came into the nether. But I am keeping an ear out for it now that I'm thinking about it. And you know what? I didn't really have to grab that extra bottle earlier because now that would have been the 64th one. Okay, and we always have to stop and take a look. Lots of magma cubes down there right now. I do want to get down there and explore that, and with these, that would be a lot easier. But those guys hit really hard too, so gonna save the surface level nether action for another time. I hear a magma cube outside. Still got our strider over there, waiting for a rescue or, you know, a trip to the overworld. Don't know if that's what it has in mind, but it is over there freezing, so maybe it'll be used to it by the time we take it to the overworld. I don't hear any ghasts. Okay. Let's go ahead and sleep here.
Respawn point set.
Because we're going to be going to the end and then coming back. So yeah. We have 15 levels, so it's not losing an entire 30. Alright, and I think we will, yeah, we'll just put those into the chest when we're taking all of it. And I'm going to go ahead and take all this off as well. We don't want to lose those. So I think all I really want to take into the end with me is my bottles. I don't think I need anything else. Yeah, until we defeat the dragon, we can't bring anything back out of the end with us. Whoops, I was going to hold on to those. And yeah, we could go get some more ender pearls, but I don't think we really need to. We could take a bucket of water. Yeah, I don't think we really need that. I mean, you can use the water to kind of give you a safe area from the Enderman, so it's not a bad thing to have in the Nether. I think there is a spyglass thing to look at the Ender Dragon with a spyglass, but I don't know if we can get that. Let's see, is that one that's available yet? Let's see, where would that one be? Seems like an adventure kind of thing to me. Oh yeah, we can. So we can do that. We can go look at the Ender Dragon with a spyglass. So we're going to get an extra one tonight. I didn't even think about that one. All right. So we need spyglass. Yeah, we're not going to shoot anything. We're just going to dodge. And I'll take the water bucket with me. Did I have extra buckets in... No, I have extra iron to make a bucket. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to take. We're going to spy on him. We're going to get some of his materials, or some of the dragon's breath, and we'll just leave that in there in case we want that for a future project. It'll already be a bucket of water sitting in the end for us. Oh, let's take a little bit of food. Well, if I brought any food with me, I don't think I brought any food with me, did I? Well, I didn't really plan this out, did I? Wow. All right, well, we'll have some bread. I mean, this is a one-way trip anyway, right? We don't need to be well fed. All right. Well, that was kind of a waste of it because it's not going to give me any health. Okay. And down we go. Oh, I took the wrong turn. That's not the way we go. Yeah, see, I've explored too much. I thought that was right. Oh, no, we have to go this way. That's right. I could make a straighter path, but... yeah. That's the way. Yep. Up here. Up the steps. Yeah, that's my straight path. I need to widen that up a little bit. And we can just go right there. Yeah, let me do that now while I'm thinking about it, because I will forget. There we go. Now this is our pretty much straight path. And we'll leave that there too. You know what? I'm going to take some sticks. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take sticks and planks. And let's go ahead and take that as well. We'll take an iron pickaxe with us, just in case we need to do a little bit of digging. Okay, so now we have a much more direct path right to the end portal. Pretty convenient. Okay, now we need to be careful. We want to look at the Ender Dragon, not the Enderman. Yeah, should I take a sword with me? I should probably take a sword, right? We did just get 2 cobblestones. Yeah, let's do that. Just in case. Got 2 cobble and a stick. Okay, that feels like we have some basic supplies now. Again, this is a one-way trip, so here we go. Ah! Okay, so we have our nice little entrance here. Oh, with a ender pearl waiting for us. Oh, that's right. The ender dragon kind of did its thing over here. Actually, can we see the ender dragon from here with a spyglass? I know he's over there because it was healing from there. We'll get closer. He's probably at the very edge right there. Okay, we have a chest with a few supplies. We did have a pickaxe in there. Barely had anything left with it. Alright, so let's go ahead and put all that away. And a torch dropped. Oh, I guess that dropped from over there too. Yeah, let's put that back over here. I think it was when the dragon attacked. And hopefully that'll keep us from having too many endermen right there, because I don't want to accidentally look at them as soon as we come into the end later. Because I'll be making a lot of trips back here later. We'll keep the water bucket in there for now. Oh, I think our swiftness just wore off. Okay. Whoop. The dragon is about. Alright, so we need to look at him and collect some dragon's breath. And we don't want to look at those guys. Alright, where's the dragon? Oh, dragon's right over our head. Alright, well.
Eric_KJ has reached the goal. You need a mint.
There we go. Got that one started. Trying not to get hurt, but collect as much as we can. Oh, I think that's all we're going to get from that one. But that's one advancement down. Okay, now where's the dragon? Oh. Oh, there's the dragon. Alright, can we collect it from down here? Yeah, there we go. That's a good spot. That seems like it's moving away from us. Alright, let's look back down there again, see what happens. You know what? First of all, I'm going to put those away. We've already got 21, and it's nice that they stack. Oh! Oh! What happened? Alright, well, this one-way trip's almost over. Oh, that one's running away. Alright. There we go.
Has made the advancement. Is it a plane?
Nice. Alright, we can put the spyglass away. Yeah, let's go ahead and put those away too. We'll just stick to the bottles. And actually, I'm going to get rid of half of those because I don't think I'm going to get that many at once before I lose 2 hearts. But yeah, that's good. We've already got 2 advancements. This is fun. Okay, so now we just need him to do his dragon's breath and not kill us with it. Alright. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? They were that way. You know, I could have brought a bow and arrow. I could at least knock that one right there. Carefully not looking at Enderman. Yeah, I could have shot that one easy. That one's easy. It's 3. Oh, he's... It's weird that they shoot it up in the air like that. Okay, is it just me, or do none of them have cages on them? Whoa. Don't look up. Let's go see how many have cages. Okay, that... There's 1. 2. Okay, so we've only got 2 of the towers with cages. That's not too bad. So we only... Whoa! Did I look at him? I think I looked at the Enderman that he shot up into the air. I don't know if he noticed I looked at him or not. So we're just going to make it over here real quick. Alright, let's see if we can get some more. Okay, see if he'll shoot his dragon's breath. Yeah, I could have swore I've looked at a couple of Endermen already. They're just not paying attention. They're watching the dragon. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm going to look down a little bit better here. Here we go. Less likely to be looking at an Enderman. Yeah, see, we could do a swiftness potion too, but I just end up jumping off into the void. Okay, yes, I'm listening to dragon's wings beating near me. Okay, where's he going? I'd probably need to run closer to our entrance area. I don't want him killing me over on this side, because then it's going to be harder to retrieve anything I get. Alright. Come on, dragon. Some more dragon's breath. Give me some fire. Need a mint. Yeah, I don't know why he has no damage to him, but he's still just hovering around those healing towers. He's like doing his breath.
Eric_KJ was slain by
Enderman saw me.
Enderman.
Alright, well, we got 2 advancements already. And we're only at 33 minutes. I think that's pretty good. Alright, so do we want to get more? I think the supplies are there. I think let's go ahead and collect our stuff and maybe go to the Nether and see if we can find a guest. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get all my gear back. Let's see. I guess if I want to get everything in its spots, let's see, it starts from the right side. Okay, so do I know my stuff? Well, I don't have a bucket. I was going to say I could put everything back into their normal spots, but I don't think I can. Alright. Yeah, do you have a set spot for everything in your inventory? Or do you, I don't know. Yeah, what is your arrangement? I know I've watched many different YouTubers over the years, and it seems like everybody's got a different setup. I don't think I've seen 2 that do it exactly the same. Let's see, we'll go there, there. Yeah, let me go ahead and put all this on. There we go. And I am wearing the gold helmet, so we are good going into the Nether. Just, it's always good to double check that one. And since I've only got 1 glass bottle, I might as well put it there. There we go. The bow, shears, and I left all my wood over there, so we should probably gather a little bit of wood real quick before we head into the Nether. Was it nighttime? It's like it's toward evening, maybe. Yeah, I was just thinking I had the bubble vader, so we wouldn't have to climb up the ladders, but I'd have to navigate through the end stronghold there. Yeah, there's our woods dog. And there's Ender. Yep, good boy. Yeah, isn't the Ender Dragon a female? I think that's right. Does the Ender Dragon have an official name? Alright, you know, these trees are in our way anyway. Let's go ahead and we'll harvest these. Let's see, we do need a good bit of lava if we're going to do the strider. I think I'm going to hold off on doing that until I've got more buckets to make more in one trip. Or if we're going to make this our area where we do the strider, this would be a good place to set up our lava farm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think I'll start thinking about how we want to turn this into a base to bring the strider through to have it walk across. I think it's 50 blocks of lava, so it's pretty good distance. Now you don't have to have it as like all source blocks for lava. You can just have them kind of staggered, and that way it's kind of more efficient with how many you need. But yeah, I'm gonna start thinking about how I want to set up the little base over here. Because I know I want like a long stretch of lava, at least 50 blocks, so we need to kind of measure that out. So, I mean, that's going to extend way over here. Oh, and there's a creeper. Saw those creeper feet under the tree. Let's see if we can get this before the creeper can get to us. And that is our looting. Yeah, can we hit his feet from here without him seeing us? It doesn't know we're here. We could have shot it with the bow, I guess, but let's go ahead and get rid of that. Just boom. There we go. Yeah, I was just waiting for another one to sneak up behind me while I was focused on that one. Yeah. It's a good thing they're not kin to velociraptors, right? You know, pack hunters. Though I have had several encounters with creepers where you are focused on one and the second one is just waiting just out of view. You think you're safe and then boom. Yeah, for the folks that noticed that I had live streaming, I can live stream again. Yeah, thank you for the folks that popped in to the live stream the other night. I do think I'm going to start doing that on a regular basis. I think I'm going to continue my One Chunk World. I had so much fun with that. It's been a while since I've played a One Chunk World, and there's so many changes to the game now. I'm kind of excited about the possibilities because the tech tree is there's a lot more paths you can take along the tech tree. You've got different things with the villagers, the traveling merchants. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do in one chunk now, I think, that I couldn't do the last time I tried it. Plus all the new stuff that's been added to the game. And the world is so much deeper. I don't think I've played one since they added in all the, the deep slate and being able to go so deep or so high. I think the build limit is a lot higher than it used to be. So we're going to be gathering all those resources as we dig down so we can, basically build a huge skyscraper with the materials. So yeah, going to have some fun playing that one. And I'm going to try to keep these episodes to about an hour. But if I'm doing a live stream, that one can go as long as I feel like playing. Yeah, I did notice I had another person that voted in my poll about how long my videos should be. And it was a vote for the up to 10 hours or, as long as you feel like playing. So appreciate that vote. Alright, so I'm really just collecting a little bit of wood here just because I left it all in the end. And I need to clear this out so we can build a base here. Because if we're going to have a lot of lava, we can't have a lot of trees. Those don't really go too well together. It's gets a little messy. Alright, let's see. We'll do that one. And then we'll do about that much to make the sticks. There we go. And I'm thinking I'm just going to leave those here for now. And, yep, we can start a little garden here too. Okay, and then extra sticks from the trees. And that's good enough for now. I'll check the ground later next time I'm back through here. I'm heading into the Nether. Alright, so we're going to take Swiftness and Fire Resistance there. Let's go ahead and put one here. I don't have food. I do have cod for taming. Alright, let's go down to the XP farm real quick. We can cook up there, and I don't have a lot of food there, I think, but well, I mean, we have pretty much, you know, never-ending rotten flesh if we're willing to eat it. Alright, and no slimes this time. That was a surprise. Okay, we do have more ender pearls here. One more obsidian, so we have half of a chest worth of obsidian between the two bases. Yeah, I was looking for food. No food in that one. And yeah, not really any food in this base other than dried kelp, which it takes so long to get your XP back, or your hunger back with that. Okay, actually, I'm gonna keep that in my bag here, just so we have some iron with us. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do 1 coal worth of cod for now. And since we're sitting at 1 level, let's go ahead and swing it some feet. Wow, they're falling pretty steady there. That one's actually got enchanted armor. We'll see if it drops anything. Or if I destroy whatever it's wearing. Okay, let's see, did it drop anything interesting? Nope. Well, there is that one that's in there. No, that wouldn't have been from those drops. It would have fallen here. That was from previous stuff. Okay. Alright. There's part of the fish. Oh, I do need to make another bucket, because my other bucket was over there. There we go. Just thinking, usually I've got a water bucket here because water bucket's useful in so many scenarios. It's always good to have one on you. Let's see. Almost got our fish, and then we can head to the Nether, see if we can find a ghast. See if we get lucky this time. Is there anything else we want to do while we're there? Let's see, we've got a little bit of gold. We could take some gold back just in case we see piglins. Oh, I've already got a little bit of gold with me. And we'll go ahead and take a little bit more. That one's full now. Okay. Oh, and I did have a bucket in there, didn't I? I've got several buckets in there. Okay, I didn't need to make a bucket. But since I have a bucket here, and we have our little fishing area, go ahead and grab some. Alright, get some food while we're here. And we're at about 45 minutes. Alright, let's go back up. Okay, are there other trees that I specifically want to get rid of that are... Yeah. It's the ones that I always have to go around to get back over to my bed and the pups. Let's see, how about this one? There we go. Go ahead and pick those up. Yeah, and after the one death from falling there, yeah, it's nice to have a reminder not to walk over that way. Okay, here we go. That looks good. We're almost at sunset. We'll go ahead and... Well, I mean, we've died recently, and a death does restart the phantoms. So it's death or sleep that'll reset them. Let's see. We got the fire, got the swiftness. We'll go ahead and stack those up that way. Okay. And it's actually kind of pretty right there. All right. I think it's dark enough to sleep. Look at there. You need a mint. Is it a plane? Actually, what does that put us at for the night here? Okay, so we're at 53 of 126. All right. We're working our way through it slowly. But no rush. This is relaxed gameplay. Alright. Let's go to the Nether. Yeah, I just noticed I have my bow and arrows backwards. Okay. Yeah, I gotta watch out going out there. I do have a little bit of a roof. And I haven't noticed too many... Wow, that looks huge over there. It's hard to get the scale of some of these magma cubes. And I haven't really noticed gas in the basalt deltas. I'm sure they are in every nether zone, but I just haven't noticed any while I've been here. I hear them occasionally, but finding them, usually I can't find them when I hear one, because it'll be like off to my left or right, and I don't have a straight path. And I'm pretty sure I heard one here one time. All right, admire the view. I do want to explore that sometime. That just looks like fun. Well, fun is probably not the best word. My idea of fun may not be your idea of fun. All right, and I'm not really in a rush, so I'm not gonna use the swiftness at the moment. Kind of listening for a ghast as we walk between the bases. Okay, so there's a magma cube nearby. And I don't have a whole lot of food on me, so I'm not sprinting either. We'll save it for when I get injured. Yeah, we haven't been this way in a little bit. Let's go back over to the starting village area first. And then we'll head over toward the Nether Fortress. Because I think I had a couple of little tunnels around here. Well, let's go down here first, and then we'll go up to the other one. Let's see, do we see anything out this way? I'm not hearing one, but ghasts are weird that way. They kind of pop in and out of existence. They'll be at the edge. Yeah, we were fighting one and it just kind of poofed just when I was setting up the perfect return. Well, not having good luck making that jump. All right, let's go back over this way. See if there's any over this direction. And slow down before I get to the end. Alright, well, magma cubes. Not hearing any gas yet. Alright, I think we may be heading back over to the fortress after all. It did seem like we saw a lot more over in those biomes. Alright. Let's make this a little bit easier to get up. Okay. I think I had that because I had the stairs here. Yeah. And we'll hold on to that for the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna need a block. Alright. We'll put that there. So we're basically rebuilding what we just destroyed. Okay. And then the block. And then fire, just in case we need the protection. Alright. Yeah, we have fish. Let's go ahead and sprint. And I think what I'll do is drop off most of these potions over in the Nether Fortress, our little initial base there in that tower. Listening for gas, trying to pay attention to the footsteps there. Yeah, when I did the live stream, I left it in. Let's see, I've got a view that OBS came with. That's YouTube gaming. So yeah, I was huge on the screen. Didn't realize it until I was like 2.5 hours in or something. But yeah, that's much better. It kind of worked in the one chunk world though. Yeah, I had so much fun playing that one the other night. I'm looking forward to, I think I'm going to do those on Friday nights. So, yeah. I'm going to have to be packing up my daughter to move her back to college this weekend. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have Friday night time free to do a live stream, but I'll give it a shot this weekend and see if I can do it. And then I'll try to make that a regular thing. Alright. Still not hearing any gas. We did see a few over here, so I know this is probably our best chance. Alright, let's try not to look at any Endermen this time. But this is just the perfect spot to fight them. It just happened to be a perfect spot for getting all of them in the forge right here. Got two right there. Waiting for him to... There you go. And I know they're called Endermen, but are there Enderwomen? Is it like a dwarf thing? No, I don't like that. Do I get the same thing if I... Or do I need to use the silk touch to pick it back up the same way? Okay, well. That worked. Kinda. Let's go ahead and have the fire protection back. Usually... Okay, it's warped. Okay. You didn't see me, right? Okay. You scare me when they come up that fast. Okay. But since you're volunteering, tribute. Just because it was going to end up making me look at him anyway. And that one right there is just asking for me to look at it. Oh, blazes are out. Alright, there's a straight path into the go. Oh, I got hit. Not too much damage. We're good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put that there. We'll add one of those for a quick return, and we'll keep one of each on us. There we go. I like that better. Okay. I do need to bring a stack of food down here at some point, and let's put some gold down here for future trades. Okay. What I was thinking is, well, I'm hearing a lot of blazes over there. Gotta be careful where I look. There's so many Endermen around. That's a lot more lava than I remember being over there. Okay, we got a zombie piglin. Oh, there we go. Ah! Didn't quite get it. Oh, bad shot. Ah. There we go. Did you drop one? No, just EXP. Okay. Oh, now I gotta go back over here. Get back in. And get the block back. And then get the potion back. There we go. Okay, let's go see if we can get a ghast. Okay. Yeah, there's our path down. This is where we did our piglin trading by taking off our helmet. That was kind of convenient. Didn't realize that was that easy. All you have to do is take the helmet off. They get mad, put it back on, or throw the gold while your helmet's off, and you're all good. Okay. Ah, I see it. There's a blaze over there. That's right. That does extend over there. I don't know if we had a path when we were exploring that got us over there. But yeah, we have to be aware that there is a little bit of fortress. You can see it right there. And it will spawn some blazes occasionally. It'll take some pot shots at us. Okay. Oh, gas cries. Where's the gas? Okay. Let's stand still for a moment and see which direction it is. Directly above us? Where is it? Alright, there's a gas somewhere. Okay. I don't know, where's the gas? Okay, it's this way somewhere. Where would a gas be down here? Well, there's actually a lot more down here than I thought there was. I don't think we've explored over here before. I still don't see a ghast, but yeah, this is a new place we haven't explored. This is kind of cool over here. This feels like old school. Yeah, this is another waste. This is the original type of Nether. Alright, so where was that ghast? Okay, and that's back over to the basalt. Okay, it's to our right somewhere. Just want to check to see if there's more to this area. Careful. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. I don't know if it despawned or if it's just somewhere that we wouldn't see it. Don't know. Well, I'm right at about an hour. So why don't we head back into our Nether fortress after a quick peek around the corner. And we will call this an episode. We had 2 advancements, so I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Got some plans for the future. Got some ideas for future end base. I always feel like something's gonna just bump me over the edge if I hang out on the right over lava like that. Let's see. Just because if there was a ghast up here, it would be pretty contained and maybe easier to return the fireball. Maybe. It's a nice enchanted sword you got there. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's my little area where I was trying to get the gas last time. Let's head back over that way. Any more gas sounds? Alright, well, we heard a ghast. I didn't actually see one, but we heard a ghast. Nope. Let's peek around the corner over here just to see if there's a ghast. Nope. No gas for us tonight. Maybe next time. We'll get that one eventually. Okay. Wow, you really don't have much visibility looking through that. It's not seeing very far at all. Alright. Let's head back to our Nether fortress, and maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a ghast waiting next time we log in. Alright, head back over to our steps. And keep an eye out. Well, not keep an eye out for Endermen. Don't want to look at one, and they are all over the place here. Alright, here we go. Safe-ish. Back in our little Nether fortress base. We toss some netherrack in there. Alright, so I think that's all we're doing for this episode. We got 2 advancements. Let's see, where were those at? There we go. Is it a plane? And where's the other one? It's in the N1, and you need a mint. So made some progress. All right, so showed you the copper golem sorting storage. We did some potions. We did some nether. Well, we tried to get a nether advancement. Didn't get return to sender. But we did go get the you need a mint, and we got the bonus one with the spyglass. So I'm very happy with that. All right, well, thank you for coming back again and again to watch these episodes. I really appreciate it. Just having a lot of fun with this. Gonna continue playing Minecraft and just having fun with it. So if you haven't yet, subscribe, come back for more. I'm gonna keep making the episodes, so you're welcome to join me on this adventure. All right, well, get my controller over there on the button, and I will see you next time.